You know, there's been a lot of times in my life where I've been sitting around wearing a luchador mask and not sure what to say. You know, I mean, you ever been to a party like that?
Yeah, where you just wake up and you got it on. I've been there.
Oh, so yeah, you woke up and you were wearing a mask?
You don't know where it came from,
Yeah.
but you wake up and you're in full wrestling garb. Today we are doing our it's pretty much Slammiversary.
Slammiversary?
Yeah. This weekend starts Slammiversary, is what I like to think of it, because it's SummerSlam coming up this Sunday. What is that? It's Sunday, August 20th. And you know, being that, I mean, the mask is killing me. Not to digress from SummerSlam.
Wait a minute.
Well,
first off, what?
Mark actually came to me I think it was Tuesday before we done our Facebook Live show, and he said, "Yeah, I've got a wrestling mask. It's some generic wrestler." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he's like, "Yeah, my brother got it from Mexico."
Yeah, got it in Mexico. It's Rey Mysterio's mask.
His brother got it from Mexico, and he goes, "Yeah, it's some generic wrestler." And then I see it sitting there in the chair, and I'm like, "Are you Rey Mysterio, one of the most iconic Hall of Fame luchadors?"
That's correct, and I also am a fan of Rey Mysterio. I didn't realize that this was his mask. It's modeled after his mask. It's not exactly the same though. I looked him up earlier. It's close, but it's not like 100%.
I mean, he has the
No, these and then the cross. Yeah, that's correct. But then his look a little bit different.
Well, I'm sure they're higher quality.
I guarantee that his are higher quality. His isn't made of like some kind of foam.
Yeah.
Get you a feel.
Oh yeah, that's
See, his was like a cool like mask.
Yeah.
This is just for funsies, I guess.
So, what we done since it's SummerSlam coming up, we decided that on Friday we would do like a cosplay. Not really a cosplay, just show your wrestling inner fan.
Anybody that knows
wear
me,
a shirt. You know, if you want to act like a wrestler for the whole day, by all means, go for it.
Oh, I came to work in this.
Lord knows I've done ran around the building 3 times like the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh yeah.
Just completely passed out afterwards.
All right.
Yeah, every fence. Just shaking it.
Let me tell you what, there is a lot of things we have to talk about today. Like,
okay.
There is a lot when it comes to wrestling. I've always been a fan of wrestling. I haven't kept up with it recently. I'm not up.
When's the last time you watched it?
Oh God, it's
like
been,
watched it.
Like consecutively?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been years. That's been a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Did you watch WCW?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, watched WCW, watched WWF. I missed the class, or not what I call a class. I guess now I guess they are the classics.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Like
you have to think in 2.5 more years, this whole decade of 2010 to this will be
over.
Over, yeah.
And I was like, wow, 2010, and that was 7 years ago.
Yes, that's
Crazy.
hard to comprehend. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I stopped watching wrestling around like 2000. About 2005, I stopped for about
probably
6 years. I got back into it. But yeah, so
this mask feels funny on my
we got
face.
tons of wrestling things to talk about. Mark, what's your luchador name, by the way?
El Gallo Dorado.
El Gallo Dorado.
Means
and that translates to
the golden rooster.
The golden.
Use your
golden
imagination.
Rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
That's right. Hey.
But yeah, you can see how nerdtastic we get here at Charleston. By the way, we've even got
common
a belt.
misconception.
What's that?
My wrestler avatar, whenever I'm wearing the mask, is El Gallo Dorado.
Okay.
But hang on, give me a second.
You're gonna unmask?
I'm unmasking.
Ooh.
Because when the mask comes off, I'm the world's greatest lover.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like the hair down. You know.
Do you?
Truth be told. It really goes with the world's best lover because you got.
Suave.
Yeah, it makes you suave.
Yeah. When I really get in the character, I'll grow a real crappy little soul patch.
You get a little,
just a little, real fine
just
one.
a little.
Little Don Juan action.
Not really thick, but it's there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But they're just making all kinds of noise today.
Yeah, the wrestling. They're setting
wrestling.
up the ring. Yeah. Except not really, because I don't think we're.
Out of there so you can show off the
Oh, okay, yeah.
things on the belt.
We threw Machamp out of there.
Are we allowed to show the plates on the belt because of the logos? Are we allowed to do that?
Well, we'll go for it.
Yeah, we'll go for it.
So, guys,
Oh, yeah.
we have a, I'm going to put my toothpick there. I don't care if it's sanitary or not. Here at Charleston, we have, it's called the, is it the Triple Crown?
Yeah, it says it on the front.
Yes, the Triple Crown. Oh, my bad, because I never get to see it because I never win it.
Yeah.
I always have to cash in the money in the bank
Oh, I just wear
and then
luchador
swiftly
masks.
lose it afterward.
I just awesome all day.
So, guys, you get this by, we have 3 criteria, correct?
That's right.
What are the 3 criteria? Do you know off the top of your head?
Orders, lines.
No errors.
Okay.
Oh yeah, orders,
So
lines.
most
least
orders, most lines, and least errors, pretty much making you like
My
a
nose started-
superstar. And it's our version of like employee of the month type thing.
And you get
and-
you get the belt.
Yes, you
to
get
wear
the belt, so you can wear the belt around. You can throw the. I know Vince McMahon doesn't like the word strap, but you can throw the strap over your shoulder. You could really do, short of taking it home, right? Can't take it home, but yeah. So we have.
If
You know,
somebody
we've
took
got
this
our
home, it would
emblem
never
on
make
there,
it back.
right there, the cool emblem. We got the magic right there. If you can maybe see it, see if we can get, oh yeah, almost in the light. Yeah. And of course it says
Ooh,
Triple
man.
Crown.
Every time I
champion
put
right
this
there.
mask on, I get sleepy.
And
Is that
then-
weird?
No, because it makes you feel like you're being held.
It does.
Yes.
It's like a very
There
weak
we go.
person hugging my face.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, and then of course the Troll and Toad symbol right there. And that's an awesome belt. I only recently found out that we even had this belt
Oh, they actually had it made.
a couple months ago. Yeah, they had it made. And how awesome is that? Who's the current champ right now?
They don't have one. They actually had to stop
Oh,
actually letting people take the belt and wear it around because it was making everybody mad.
really?
It was amazing. Yeah.
That's a very heel thing.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that term?
Hill?
Yeah.
Like King of the Hill? What do you mean?
Heel, not
Heel.
hill.
Oh.
Heel.
Heel.
H-E-E-L.
Yeah, heel.
Yeah, it's a bad guy. When you turn heel,
I just say villain.
no, there's no. Well, there is a villain, Marty Skrull, in Bullet Club. He's known as the villain.
What?
Awesome wrestler. Check him out, Marty Skrull. YouTube it. Yeah.
That's right.
He comes in wearing like an old Renaissance doctor's crow mask that had the long nose.
Oh, the apothecary mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he has an umbrella that he comes in with, so it's kind of like the penguin
Oh,
in a
wow,
way.
that's weird.
But he's really, really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Well, I've already taken this mask off once, and I'm about to take it off again because it's extremely hot. I'm sure Rey Mysterio's mask wasn't this hot, or it may have been hotter. His was like a latex material.
I mean,
kinda,
you
wasn't
gotta think these guys are from Mexico. They're used to this.
it? Oh, they're used to the heat.
Yeah, they're
man.
used to the heat.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my luchador days are coming to an end, I believe. You know, it's almost reminiscent of the time that I accidentally showed my face on camera during that show.
Yep.
So I was, I know, I don't want to. I can't take this. I shouldn't have took this mask off on camera. If I was gonna take it off, I should have took it off.
You know, in luchador land, I guess you could call it, that's like very disrespectful. Take someone's mask off, and if you take your own mask off, it's like you're laying your legacy to rest.
Oh, I'm letting it's. I'm
That was
not.
a
I'm not
short-lived
getting,
legacy.
I'm not getting in the ring anymore. That's for sure.
So, there's the ring going up. Just, yeah. What are they doing over there? Oh, okay. Well, we chose perfect timing as
Oh, yeah.
apparently
What
we're
are they doing?
rearranging.
Oh, great.
But, you
Rearranging
know,
day. And
we'll make
processing.
do with it. So, who's your favorite wrestler?
Of
We'll
all
say-
time,
Let's say right now and then all time.
Roman Reigns.
Right now, Roman Reigns.
I guess. I'd have to say Roman. Why?
That's a very
Bold statement.
it's bold and a very controversial one. Yeah.
Why?
Oh man, why? That's the $1 million question right there. Well, he's kind of the John Cena of days past. He never loses. He always kicks out, and he always gets every title shot that he. It's not. I don't even know if Roman Reigns really asks for it as much as they just give it to him.
I
They
can't
just
help
say,
it.
"Hey, you're going to be the guy," and it sucks. It's good when you're the guy, because it's kind of like Ric Flair said. to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Well, that's kind of my whole thing. That's kind of why I like him.
God bless his soul right now, being in the hospital. Hopefully he pulls through.
Yeah, true story.
That sucks really bad.
Well, you see, I like Roman Reigns because you see, he beat The Undertaker.
Again, man, you're just full of controversy right
No,
now.
here's why. Because you know The Undertaker had some say in
Yeah,
who, like, let's be real. He had some say in who was going to beat him.
That's true.
So there had to have been a reason.
Well, I mean, if you've watched Undertaker wrestle the past couple years, man, he's getting pretty rough.
Oh, yeah?
It's getting bad. If you watch Undertaker when he first, like his first years, up until like maybe within the last decade when he started to slow down, there was no one that moved as fast as him for as big of a guy as he is. This is a stand-up, and it's straight on the ground with his feet on the ground.
His feet are on the ground.
And I'm like 6 even, which this still doesn't do. No,
Yeah,
it's not exactly to scale. Let's see if you can move it. I only come up to his shoulder. That's it. That's with it upright without it leaning back.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. And I'm only up to his shoulder. So imagine wrestling it. He'd just fling you around. His arms are as wide as my legs.
He's got thighs for arms.
Yeah. But man, that's a great wrestler right there. That's a guy that people, like, if you think of wrestling, you thought of
Undertaker.
Undertaker! Yeah. Because it's just loud.
Oh, yeah. That's right. They're about to make some more noise.
Yeah. Who's your favorite of all time?
My favorite wrestler of all time is probably Shawn Michaels.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. I don't know. HBK, like
Oh, Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak Kid, man. Just something because the charisma, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he gets to play the lovable idiot kind of sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like.
What's weird or like interesting about Shawn Michaels was he, pretty much his whole career, he was essentially a heel the whole time. And it's kind of like how Seth Rollins is right now, in my opinion. Seth Rollins is kind of he's a wrestler that like anytime that he's even being perceived as kind of a good guy, he's still kind of being like
Well, that's something
yeah.
I know a little bit about.
right up your
right up my alley. I should have said Seth
right in your
Rollins.
wheelhouse, huh?
No, I'll tell you, Shawn Michaels, I don't know. He's just.
He's
something about
charismatic.
there's something about the banter that you get when you put Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah.
And his sweet chin music. Like, that's like probably my favorite finisher ever.
Yeah,
What's your favorite finisher?
My favorite finisher? Probably, if I had to say in terms of like a basic finisher, the good old-fashioned, like just the DDT. The one that like Jake the Snake had before, that nobody kicked out of, before like, you had people like Dolph Ziggler that would just DDT all the time, and people, they just kick out of it. Nothing against Dolph Ziggler, but. Okay, Alicia says she loves a good old-fashioned RKO, which that's a good one too.
I like
Like the
sweet chin
Diamond
music.
Cutter from DDP.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
See, I think if you had to ask who done it better, Randy Orton or DDP, I would say DDP only because it gave the inspiration for Randy Orton to take it up a notch.
I think that, I don't know. Wrestling to me was just, it's like a soap opera.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's all it is,
It's a soap opera.
And it just some of the funny, ridiculous things that have happened, like when Marvelous Mae Young and Mark Henry
I
had
knew
that
exactly
baby.
you were going to say that. The hand?
They had a hand. She had a hand. And then he goes, she wanted to wrestle after that. He goes, you can't wrestle, you just had a baby. She goes, I didn't have a baby, I had a hand.
She's 80 years
She's
old.
80 years old.
And
with Shawn
cramps out
Michaels,
this slimy hand.
yeah, just slimy hand. And I like it. They were broadcasting her giving birth to a hand. That's awesome. And then, was Shawn Michaels was walking down the hallway getting real mad. He was just sweet chin music left, sweet chin music right, just knocking everybody down.
Triple H said that he wasn't, he wasn't like spontaneous anymore.
Yeah.
And he said, well, spontaneous?
Yeah,
Well,
oh yeah.
He's talking about like he didn't have the fire anymore, and he's like, oh, I'll give it to you. And he just every person down the hallway
And then what him and
was
Triple
just
H,
laying on the floor.
when was it when they were pretending to be chefs behind the counter at like some kind of commissary, what was it?
I don't remember that off the top of my head.
Well, I remember that there was a little girl messing with Shawn, and he walked around the counter, and the little girl was standing there, and the camera rises up to his face, and he goes, And then all of a sudden, sweet chin music to the little girl, like food's flying. And then Triple H starts burning stuff. Oh, it's awesome.
That was an interesting thing about DX is, too, and it plays right to actually Triple H and Shawn Michaels once again, is that DX, they were really heels the whole time because they were like bullies. They just went around doing whatever they wanted.
Yeah,
like,
but they were hilarious.
yeah, that was the thing, is they won you over by the comedy.
Yeah, that's a great good piece of advice. It doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it and make sure you smile.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they got away with everything.
Oh yeah.
They broke into Vince McMahon's airplane, and then they sort of they spray painted DX on the side of it real big, and they were eating all of his food and
Did you
talking
see
to the cute girl.
The one where they had to apologize for cursing on TV, and then immediately they just kept cursing? He's like, I am effing sorry that I said that.
I remember that.
And they just start cursing, but they're apologizing for cursing, but they just keep cursing in the middle of it. Good stuff. That's a good stable, by the way. Since we're on the topic of like stables, which is what DX is, that is a very classic stable.
I think that we should bring back into our shows. I think we should start doing like bleeping out stuff. We have to get that bleep noise because I don't even want to cuss. I just want to be mid sentence, and then all of a sudden, you got to insert the beep noise. Beep. There you go. That noise. We got to insert that.
I mean, it shows passion.
It does.
You know, oh, you say I'm not passionate? I'll give you passion.
Beep.
Yeah, just start cursing.
Yeah, that's right. You know they say that it's usually more intelligent people that curse the most.
I don't believe that. I think everybody just says it if they want to.
What? Says that saying or says that they cuss?
Everybody curses.
I think it's I just think it's the most addicting thing I can do without doing drugs. Right there. Okay. I love cursing, but I don't curse on the show.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know, man.
We like to keep it PG.
It adds some charisma to the things that you say.
Just like WWE now, you gotta be all PG. Ooh.
Yeah, that's another thing too, man. You can remember what DX's slogan was?
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
Suck it?
Yeah. I'm surprised you said it. We're getting taken down.
I'm spontaneous.
Now the crowd will still chant it.
Yes, the crowd will straight chant
whatever.
Anything,
yeah,
yes.
Man.
Like when the crowd, when all the fans think that someone deserves something.
Yeah.
And then we'll take, like, since you're a fan of Roman Reigns, when he came out number 30 at the Royal Rumble, the crowd instantly was just all boos, and then this is bull. And you can't stop it.
Yeah.
But the crowd,
man, I'm going to change my pick now. I feel like everybody's going to be hating on me.
No, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with Roman Reigns. There really isn't. He's just, it's easy to hate the guy who, it looks like he doesn't give all the other guys a chance. And again, it's not his fault. Like, if he's told, hey, you're doing this, like, all you can say is either yes or no. And most oftentimes, no does not get you very far.
Yeah. If you were Roman Reigns, you'd be like, I'll win all the time.
You're the face of the WWE outside of John Cena right now, essentially.
Yeah.
And
hey, random fact, my uncle actually taught John Cena in high school.
Yeah.
True story.
He taught him high school?
Taught him in high school.
Oh, taught him in high school.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he teach him?
History.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
New England somewhere. I can't remember where they're from. I want to say Boston.
That's cool.
Might be wrong.
Are you going to watch SummerSlam?
Yes.
Where are you going to watch it at? That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. It might have been Boston. I want to say it was Boston, but I could be wrong. I know my uncle lived in Boston at some point, so I'm assuming.
Yeah,
it was
he's
there.
from Massachusetts,
yeah.
so yeah, that's probably accurate.
Oh, wait a minute. Who do you think's got the best voice? Like, you know how wrestlers all have the.
Like, cuts the best promos?
Yeah, man. It doesn't have to be of all time. Yeah, I guess it needs to be of all time.
Of all time, who cuts the best promos? Holy crap.
Wait a minute. Best voice, Mean Gene Okerlund. Best promos.
Okay, so you want to say like
I want to go. Best voice has to go to Mean Gene.
I mean, Mean Gene, yeah, he definitely has. An iconic. Ooh, Roddy Piper was really good.
Oh, Roddy Piper's good.
Yes.
What else?
I mean, you still can't say you had Hulk Hogan. He done. One could say the Ultimate Warrior because you had no idea what he was ever saying.
You didn't know what he was saying. Yeah.
And that gave you all the more reason to get hyped up. But you're like, man, he's crazy, man.
Crazy.
I'm behind him. He's talking about. And then you had Ric Flair. You had Dusty. Like, you can't say who.
The Ultimate Warrior. You obviously saw him wrestle. Do you see how massive of a man he is?
Yeah.
Like he might not be as tall as, but he's 6 feet
The Ultimate
wide.
Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior is, he's kind of like Incineroar, right here.
Right.
Hold on, that's hard to work with the camera. There we go.
There, right
It's
there.
kind of like
That's
Incineroar.
Incineroar.
That if you watched him wrestle, just because of how his size is,
I just don't remember.
you would think that he would just fling people around in the
Oh
ring.
yeah, he kind of did.
Yeah,
You
and
know what
he
I
did.
like? Hacksaw Jim Dugan.
Duggan.
Duggan? Is it Duggan or Dugan? I always say Dugan.
Duggan.
Duggan? I always say Dugan, my bad.
Hacksaw Jim Dugan.
Hey, can we get a bleep?
On Match Ass back. He's coming for the belt,
Bro,
brother.
no, he comes out with a 2x4 and an American flag.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, he was
That's amazing.
He was an All-American, yeah. Really, really
All-American.
cool wrestler.
Speaking of the Undertaker, I like how he turned into the American Badass.
And you can say that because that was
his name.
That was his name.
I can say American Badass all
Yes.
day long. Censor me. Boom.
There you go. What a rebel.
Whoa.
That's what he was.
Whoa. Hey. Yeah.
But yeah, see that people were kind of torn. Like it was cool to see him come out with that new persona, but at the same time they're like,
No, but it was still him.
Not sure. Yeah, it was.
There was the essence of the Undertaker that
Yeah.
still was there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. It was like the Undertaker, almost like Undertaker 2.0, like an updated version.
That essentially was
Because
what it was. Yeah.
he was wrestling forever. Like
Taker is an energy drink.
Yeah, it's an energy drink.
yeah, he's the energy drink version of the Undertaker.
You know, he goes from burning people alive and burying them in coffins, and
He tried to embalm Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep. He
He
goes
was
from
one of my
all
favorite
that to
wrestlers.
just
I love Stone
riding in on a big old Harley and just beating people up.
beating the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You
Stone
remember?
Cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say with
yeah.
Stone Cold. Do you remember when he came in on Vince McMahon in the hospital room? And he said he's talked about how he practiced. He took that bedpan, that metal bedpan, and he talked about how he was rehearsing the spot to make sure he didn't want to hurt Vince, right?
Yeah.
Well, they go to do it, and he said he straight like clocks him like that right there with that metal bedpan. So that ting that you hear, that's full on him just hitting him straight in the head. And he later
man.
revealed that there was a little bit of like kind of on purpose, because it's like, hey, I'm getting to hit the boss.
Yeah.
I'm getting to hit the owner.
Dude, hey, you know what? Vince has a good voice too, because when he starts talking,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's like thundering hell.
He's got
coming
that
out of his
cloak on. It was me, Austin.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was
mouth. That's awesome.
That was good, yeah.
See, that's the stuff that I love, man. That's the stuff I enjoyed.
Did you know that, okay, since we're on the topic of Vince McMahon, that there's Mr. McMahon and Vince McMahon? You know when Vince was in the limo and it blew up? You remember that?
No.
Seen that?
Do I remember that? I don't remember that.
Okay, yeah. Vince is in a limousine and it blows up and he dies.
And
That
it comes
was Mr. McMahon dying. Mr. McMahon has never been back on WWE, but Vince McMahon has. But Mr. McMahon, rest in peace. That's the glory of wrestling, that you can, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the glory of wrestling, is that you can literally be someone.
They could be like, yeah.
And-
It's like, it's like when,
It's like Mick Foley.
that's what I was about to say.
He's 4 people.
He's 4 different people. I remember one time, Dude Love got beat, or was it Dude Love or Mankind? No, it was Mankind got the hell beat out of him. I was in the cage.
Yeah.
And they had tacks everywhere, and everybody was bleeding, and he lost. But then everybody, it was Jerry the King Lawler and who was
JR?
it? JR. It was JR, yeah. And so what happened was they started freaking out because he ripped his shirt open and it was Cactus Jack's shirt. And like, oh my God, he's back! He's back! Oh my God!
There was a Royal Rumble
They freaked
once
out.
where the Royal Rumble Cactus Jack was in it. He got beat. Dude Love then came out. He got beat. Mankind came out. He got beat. And I almost think Mick Foley came back out. So he was 4 spots in the Royal Rumble. But
Dude, that's the best part about it. Okay, let's just face it. The dream job for every man in America is to be a wrestler.
well, yeah, you grow up like
Growing up, you look up to these guys like they're gods.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be that, because look how
Yeah.
all he does is he goes to work and he beats up people. Everybody loves him or everybody hates him
I
depending
have a
on who you
friend.
like.
I'll give him a shout out. His name's Matt Howard, and he told me that every day his dad would come and see him, and they would hang out for a while, but then he would have to go to work around like 6 or 7 o'clock. Okay, well, coincidentally, wrestling came on at 8.
Yeah.
So he thought that his dad was leaving because he thought his dad was Hulk Hogan.
No.
He thought his dad had to always leave to go wrestle, and he was Hulk Hogan.
That's amazing.
How amazing, yeah. And when you're a kid, like, yeah,
You believe it.
he's watching wrestling thinking, that's my dad, yeah, my dad's beating up bad guys. That's the glory of wrestling.
You know, it's like it's like when when HBK won the title the first time, and like I remember them announcing, "This is a 12-year-old boy's dream,"
Yeah,
and that's the truth. Like it's like you grow up and like you want to be famous, you want to beat people up, you want to
Yeah.
be the big strong guy that saves
Yeah.
the day, and if you're a wrestler, you do that every time
Yeah.
you get to wrestle. Like it's well, most of the time.
and there's so many different ways you can go about it. Like, you can be, like Finn Balor right now. Like, he's the Demon Prince. So when you don't push, Alicia here, she's here beside us. She's actually got her Finn Balor shirt on, and if you don't know about him, what he is like there's Finn Balor, but when you push him to the limit, there's a demon in him that he keeps, and it's not cheesy. It's not like he's walking around and he's constantly like, yeah, he paints himself in different forms, typically kind of reminiscent of like Venom.
Yeah.
So all through here will be black, but then there'll be big white teeth like coming up. So when he does this, it looks
Is
like a
it
big
good?
mouth. Yeah. And the cool thing about him is like he's a normal dude, good wrestler, but then when you push him too far, he says, you will see the demon, and he comes out and he's got like full garb on with like big, they're supposed to look like tentacles, and it like crawls on the ground like Venom, and he's really
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, his music.
Dude.
Guys, check it out. YouTube Finn Balor entrance, and you will hear one of the best entrances of probably the past 10 years, easy. Or ever, actually. It's so good.
You know what, man? So that's one thing we haven't talked about. What do you think, like, the most iconic music for a wrestler has been?
John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, man. Did somebody
Yes.
say the champ was here?
Yeah. Easily, John Cena has one of the best ones. HBK again.
HBK.
Only because
Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, because it's just glass. You hear the
Yeah.
glass break, It
happened. We got our first bleep.
We got our. Last time it was you.
Yeah.
No, this time it was me. But
Stomping mud holes, son.
Yeah, man. He comes out and you hear the glass break. It's about to get crazy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Think about what makes a good. I've
man.
got 4 examples right now. Think about what makes a good entrance right here. So John Cena, you got the build up, and then whatever the guy says, or whatever, but you got the trumpet. Dun, 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 dun. Okay,
Yeah.
that's 1. HBK.
Yeah.
Like, that's 2. Grabs you. 3, the Undertaker, just the bell toll.
bell.
The boom.
What
It's
else?
always something immediately.
Oh,
grabs you.
DX. Are you ready?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something
you hear
immediately
that
that
and you're
always
like,
grabs
uh-oh.
you. That's what makes a good entrance.
But the thing is, as soon as you hear the sound, like as soon as you hear like the glass break or "Are you ready?" It's like the mood changes.
Yeah.
It's like you feel it. And it's
Yeah.
like if you're at home watching it.
And when
The current stuff is very, crowd can get into it
Yeah.
and sing along with it. So you hear like, Rude when he comes out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The entire crowd is singing his song.
It's real simple.
That's
He
awesome.
comes out, and all it is like it starts up with a little piano riff, and then it just straight glorious, but it's a chorus singing it. So
Yeah.
you feel like as a part of the crowd, you're supposed to help sing the music with him. And Shinsuke Nakamura, again, another phenomenal song, and all of his
Wait a minute.
is a violin.
Do we have Do we know those? We should have did. We should have opened some of those cards. Do we have any in stock?
And
Not as the cards.
Not as booster
Not
packs.
as boosters. Yeah, not as boosters. We opened them all for.
remember that Pat Cracker that we done a couple
I
weeks ago?
remember that
Yeah.
Cracker. You know what? We should buy one of those.
I mean, I could go out on a limb and purchase a box of the, what's the really, really good one that's like $300?
Oh, the first set.
The-
second set?
The one that has a hit in every pack. It's the one that we done the Pat Cracker of. I forget what that set was called. Some kind of like signature collection or something.
Yeah,
Not
that's
as in
cool,
autograph,
man.
but every pack has either a piece of the mat, a piece of the shirt.
The cards themselves are like they're thick and
Yeah,
awesome.
they're thick. They're
Yeah.
good cardstock.
They're great card stock.
Here's something cool, and I will actually probably put this up on trollandtoad.com on the website. I actually have a Kiss card of Alexa Bliss, and what that is, it's a Kiss autograph.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I have a dual autograph of John Cena and Nikki Bella on the same card. It's the only one I've seen in the world so far. So I'm thinking about maybe putting that on the website.
And you pulled it yourself?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I actually got gifted a box from a close dear friend that works here as well, and wrestling fanatic. Well, he goes by the name of Micah Togg.
Micah Togg.
Yeah. He actually gave me a box because he came up to me. He's like, man, check these out. Look what I opened. And I was like, bro, you didn't even tell me that you had these. He's like, oh, man, I didn't think about it. It's the same thing that he done with a pair of shorts that we both wanted when we went to a certain store. And he came up to me with the shorts, and I'd already seen them, but they weren't my size. And he came up to me. He's like, man, look how cool these shorts are. And I was like, man, those are cool. They don't have my size, though. He goes, yeah, me either. He walks right back out, orders them online.
For both of you?
No,
just for him. What kind of move is that, Micah Togg? Helping out a bro, man.
He always holds that against me. He says, he tells me, he says, I know that you didn't like that I done that. And I'm like, man, I don't really care that much. But at this point now, I just give him crap over it.
Oh yeah,
it's funny. But yeah, he became a bro, or he done a very bro thing for me right there, and he actually gave me a box of the cards.
That's awesome.
And
that's awesome.
Open up some really good stuff. So yeah, it's the Undisputed
Undisputed
collection.
2017.
Look at that, $230. But you're getting 10 packs, and every one have a hit in them. And
there's only 10 packs?
Yeah, there's only 10 packs in that box. Normally, if you get the normal box, there's I think there's 24. You're guaranteed 2 hits, which a hit can be, like I said, a piece of the shirt, or a piece of their uniform, a piece of the mat. It could be a signature, it could be a Kiss signature, it could be a plate that they printed on, it could be all kinds of different things.
Oh yeah.
So that's what's cool about the it was Undisputed, right?
Yep.
The Undisputed box is that it comes with 10 packs instead of 24, but every one of them has something in them.
Dude, I'd love to get one of those. I'd love to get my hands on one of those.
We have 7 in stock.
So we got 7. Well, we could do,
in
Marcus,
stock.
we could go halfsies.
Halfsies? It's only 5 packs a piece.
You want to buy a whole box? Go for it.
I don't know. I'm on, man. It'd be awesome. Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll
do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll split. Do you want to open them on camera? Are you gonna
When
open them
we
all?
get it, we will. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, we might as well.
They're fun.
They're awesome cards
Yeah.
too. It's like they like as sturdy as the cards are. They remind me of like the Final Fantasy cards, except a better better version.
Kind of, yeah. It's just a really thick card stock. I don't know how else to really explain it.
Yeah,
it's just really
but the
thick.
SIG cards are really cool.
Yeah, we actually on the Pack Cracker, and you guys can go onto our YouTube, which is probably how you even found this to begin with.
If you found
But
it.
go back into our
Our
Pack
last video
Crackers.
was viewed by dozens of people.
Yeah. Go back onto our past Pack Cracker, and we actually opened up a box of it, and you can see what we got. We got a Big Cass redeemable autograph that you actually had to send into the mail, and send the
Those are
code
cool.
in, and then you get something back. I don't know if we sent that in or not, but we got one.
Oh yeah, they're. I like how they did that too. Like we ran out of them, so we got to make more. You know.
Yeah,
So here's
yeah.
a IOU.
Yeah, that's
It's
kind of
IOU
what it seemed
card,
like
yeah.
it was, yeah. But yeah, that's the great thing about being here at Troll and Toad is, you know, all the games that are here, it goes beyond that. Like, there's people here that love playing the games, and then the passion just comes out in different various ways, like
Wrestling,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always wearing different wrestling shirts, and then there's other people here that are always wearing different wrestling shirts, and it's always kind of knowing of, without really talking to one another, like knowing where you stand in the sand, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
There's people, I wear Seth Rollins all the time, so people tell me, well, Seth Rollins sucks, so you suck. And I'm like, appreciate you. And, but no, you know, it's all in good fun. I especially love wearing the John Cena shirt because every time I walk by anybody, it's always this. That's all I get. That
Oh,
or
yeah.
the theme music, and I have to look at people and just give them the sign off. And yeah, it's just a blast working here with having that kind of culture. Really, really fun. And you got a freaking belt.
Yeah.
You got a belt that's
Dude, this is a legit belt.
It's
too.
a
This
legit
isn't
belt,
like,
yes.
That's not vinyl. That's
No.
leather.
That's leather.
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 Leather. Probably
How long
vinyl
we been
leather,
on for?
leather.
35 minutes? Not long enough.
Not long enough. What else we gonna talk about, bruh? I've swore once already, so.
Yeah.
Probably have some of the wrestling pops on our site.
Oh, yeah. If you guys want to check out some of the wrestling pops, I completely forgot about that.
Hey, wait. Who's your favorite wrestling group?
Like tag team or stable? Stables are like the NWO.
Stable.
Stable. I mean, we already talked about DX.
Yeah.
That was obviously a classic. The Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack is
I guess
classic.
say probably Wolfpack.
Uh,
You remember the Acolytes?
the Acolytes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farouk and Bradshaw?
Farouk and Bradshaw, yeah.
You remember they did the APA, the Acolyte Protection Agency,
Yep.
because we need beer money? Oh,
Yep.
Wasn't that awesome? I remember one time, who was it? It was, I want to say it was Kurt Angle. He won the hardcore title. Was it Kurt Angle? It might have been Kurt Angle. Well, anyways, but whoever was it won the hardcore or the belt, they had to, he couldn't sleep. Everywhere he went, there was always somebody after him because he had the belt.
Yeah.
Was it Kurt Angle?
I can't remember who it was, but I know, was it where they put one finger on him? He was sleeping and they put one finger on him and a ref was there and the ref
Yeah.
come up quietly.
Yeah, because the Acolytes
And
were
then
supposed to
he won.
protect him.
Yeah, the Acolytes
'cause
were, yeah.
They just left.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be protecting him while he was sleeping in a hotel room, but no,
Yep.
they just left.
And he got pinned by one finger on him. The ref counted, and that's how he lost the match.
Oh, man.
That was,
I hope
yeah.
we're right on that, but either way, it's fun.
Let me tell you something that's upsetting for some people. It's upsetting for me. If you are recently watching or have recently watched wrestling, you would have saw that old Baron Corbin lost his Money in the Bank cash in.
The first one ever to lose, right?
No, he's the third. The third. The first was Damian Sandow. The second was actually John Cena. And the third was Baron Corbin. But, Mark, see, what you may not be grasping is that the Money in the Bank's been around for like, God, at least 10 years, I'm pretty sure, or close to it. There's been 3 people to get it that have not been able to cash it in and win the championship, and then everybody else has. But see, Baron Corbin is a big guy who pretty much beats up everybody.
Oh, yeah?
He's a big bully. The Lone Wolf, yes.
The Lone Wolf?
He's a big bully, and
That's what, yeah.
I guess he got his, you know. If you're going to be a bully, it's kind of fitting. But yeah, that happened recently. And a lot of people, actually, you know, I don't feel that bad for him, but it's still always kind of sad to see someone have the Money in the Bank briefcase and then not be able to cash it in for the championship. I'll tell you someone that you need to check out, though, that I said just a few moments ago, whose entrance music is amazing, is Shinsuke Nakamura. He said that his style is very influenced by Michael Jackson, and he actually comes out wearing like red leather that's shiny,
Yeah?
and it's kind of I don't know if I can use this word, but I'm going to. It's in a way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The way you said that made it sound really awkward.
It's not, but he just comes out and he's very like loose and he just points at everyone like this right here and he gets down really low. Like he's just he's very charismatic.
Oh, yeah.
People love him. So guys, check out his entrance music, like I said, because it is amazing. But yeah, I think, we got anything else to talk about
I don't
here?
know, man. I can't think of anything
Yeah.
else. Like I said, I'm not up to par on like my skill level in everything that we do here is not up to par with everybody else.
I
So
can
a lot-
talk all day about wrestling.
I can talk about the old stuff just because it's like that's what I remember, you know.
Yeah.
And I haven't been keeping up. I need to get back into it.
Yeah, get back
Well,
into
I'll
it.
tell you what though, really talking about seeing us like crack those packs of those cards, that really got me to where I want to start kind of
Yeah.
watching again.
Yeah, it's wrestling, honestly, for anybody who used to watch it, and maybe you're like, oh, well, I'll watch this Troll and Toad thing because, you know, hopefully you like us. And you're like, oh, I like these off the cuffs. Let's see what they're rambling about
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That's
Guys,
really
if
what
you
we do.
used to watch wrestling, you got out of it. I can tell you right now that wrestling is on the up and up, and it's actually the biggest that it's been since back in what a lot of people consider like the golden age, which was there in about the mid-90s with Stone Cold and The Rock and all that. It's actually almost back to that point, if it's not already back to that point. And the good thing, or the great thing about it is it's a brand new generation of wrestlers. The only people that are really around from that old era, honestly, is like Kane, which Kane is actually, he's running for mayor of Knox County in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah. So only about an hour and 10 to 20 minutes away, he's actually running for mayor, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get it. If I was a betting man.
That blows my mind.
You
Well,
got
that's not the first
Kane,
time we've seen that happen.
You've got Big Show, Triple H. You know, he's now behind the scenes. The Rock's now
Triple H,
obviously
man.
a worldwide superstar actor.
Yeah.
Stone Cold does his podcast now.
He's been in a
Chris
bunch of
Jericho's
movies,
still
too.
around. He still pops up.
Speaking of charismatic people, Chris Jericho,
Yes.
man, he's been on everything.
Chris Jericho is one of my favorite wrestlers. He's definitely, he's actually probably my number one.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that. He's so witty.
Oh yeah,
Like,
insanely
he's-
sharp.
Yeah, like he's real.
Very quick tongue.
Yeah, he's really, really quick.
Yeah.
And that's respectable.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, you come from a business where like you got to improv a lot, and he just had a great character.
Well, he's one of the guys. He's kind of like The Rock, where Vince trusts him to improvise on the spot or break the script on the spot because they're just so good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we used to call everybody stupid idiot.
Yeah.
You stupid idiot.
Yeah. He actually has a thing now called The List. So he actually walks out, and it's like a fancy notepad, and he'll walk up to people, and he's got an ink pen, and he'll just walk up to you, and he'll wait for you just to do something. And if it's something that he doesn't like, you'll hear. You know what happens when you insult Chris Jericho? You just made the list. And like, he'll just put anybody on there. Kevin Owens beat him once by the tip of his finger on the rope. And then he said, you know what happens to the tip of Kevin Owens' finger? You just made the list. Like, writes down the tip of Kevin Owens' finger.
He's so crazy, man. The things
Yeah.
a lot of times the things he says is just off the wall.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And he used to wrestle around here a lot in Appalachian wrestling that's around here.
Chris Jericho did?
Yeah,
That's
people,
cool, man.
People a little bit older than us recall seeing him all through the 90s, yeah, when he was on the up and up.
Man.
But yeah, there's brand new superstars that are out right now. So if you love wrestling, you just not watched it for a while, check it out now because it's the cream of the crop, as the Macho Man would say.
I am the cream.
And the cream rises to the top.
Rises to the top, Mean Gene.
All right, guys.
That's yeah, Macho Man.
Yeah.
How come we didn't even talk about Macho Man?
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about a lot of the classic guys.
There's so many. We couldn't talk about them.
Yeah, well,
you
we'll
couldn't
just have to
talk
keep having some wrestling segments.
We'll have to. I'll have to sharpen up my game a little bit.
Like I said, guys, earlier in the show, everyone just send, if you're a praying person, send your prayers. If you're just a good energy person, send your good vibes to the Flair family, Ric Flair. The dude's getting up there, and he's went to Space Mountain quite a few times, and he's just in some rough shape right now.
Yeah.
But he's one of between him and Dusty Rhodes, Dusty's already left us.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the last icons that are with us right now from that age.
Yeah.
And
truly a legend.
yes, truly a legend.
Truly a legend.
Send your your regards and everything to the Flair family. Charlotte Flair's out there, doing her best to wrestle, and Ric Flair, I'm sure he's doing his best to be able to get back up on his feet and have a few more years with us, hopefully. So I think we need to send off with a big woo, big Ric Flair woo.
A big woo?
Yeah.
We can do the big woo?
We need to give one more woo.
All right, ready?
All right, so guys, thank you very much for watching this off the cuff. This is just our wrestling to show. Like I said, SummerSlam's coming up Sunday. Be sure and check that out, and then just show our nerdom, our geekdom for wrestling here.
Oh yeah.
At Troll and Toad. Thank you guys very much for watching these. We do these off the cuffs, just randomly. Just always check out our YouTube, follow it, subscribe to it, and hopefully give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And
I'm
appreciate
excited for
you
this
guys.
move.
Yes.
Are you ready?
All right, you ready on the count of 3? All right, Alicia, here we go. We're going to give one woo send-off here.
A woo send-off.
So, to say this, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! See you guys. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to Space Mountain.